Good evening and welcome to Build Your Best Life with Coach Deborah D. Smith. I hope y'all don't hear that thunder. The bottom just fell out here.
Oh my
Hello,
goodness.
Carol. How are you?
Hi, Deborah. I'm great. Listen, you talking about hearing that thunder. We had a little bit today, but with the consistent days of 100 plus temperature, we welcome the rain today. We welcome the rain. Yes, we've had weeks of 100 plus temperature here in Texas. Yeah. In Dallas, yes, for sure.
Wow.
But good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Come on in, everybody, and um, like and share. We hope that you participate with us today. We are going to love this topic that we're going to be talking about. But you know, my theme for July is strive for growth, optimism, action, life purpose, and self discipline. That's growth, G, optimism, O, action, A, life purpose, L, and self discipline, S. Goals, 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 goals. We have to do that in everything we do in life. But you know, sometimes people just give up. When a swimmer goes down, when they go down once, twice, three times, people normally give up on them. In football, on the third down, the adrenaline really kicks in. And what? The football players, they strive even harder when they're on that third. But in life, no matter how many times that you go down, you should want to get back up. Got bad grades?
Yeah.
Don't give up. Relationship
Thank you.
issues? Don't give up. Can't find a job? Don't give up. Child acting out? Don't give up. Finances looking crazy?
Mm-mm.
Don't give up. So
Mhm.
Carol and I today talking about this is our coffee chat. Got my coffee.
Got
And
my
we're
coffee too.
And we're talking about third and inches. Third and inches. You know, there's nothing like a good football game. I don't care if it's Pop Warner, high school, college, or pro. I love some football. But in the NFL, you know, the quarterback is usually the highest paid. Now, that doesn't
Mhm.
mean that that's just because he has fun playing and he has those skills. They like it because they're getting paid, right? They're getting paid. So it would not
Yes.
make sense for them to uh, not practice, not learn new things when they're getting paid to do a good job. And football is not a game for someone that, you know, has an ego and they think, you know, well, you know, I can really play football, you know, I got it going on, so I don't need anybody else. Because one thing about it, you need assistance and help when you're playing football. You can't do it by yourself.
Mm-mm.
And the same thing, I believe, comes with life as well. What about you, Carol?
Well, absolutely, Deborah. Like you said, third and inches, you can't give up. And he talked about that quarterback. Quarterback make all that money. And he is being paid to lead that offense to victory, right?
Right,
But listen, Deborah, if he didn't have those other players, who is he going to throw the ball to? Who's going to be there to keep those big linebackers off of him, protecting him? So everybody plays a part, right?
right.
And so it's so important that, like you said, life, you gotta know that life is going to happen. Things are going to happen, but you have to I love that. You must get up and get up again.
All right.
But Deborah, can I tell you about a fourth and short situation?
Sure. You
Can
know,
I
I like
share
to hear about
that? Oh,
football.
like I said, I love football. I'm a mom from Pop Warner up to the NFL. And let me just tell you, I love our topic, third and inches, because you got to keep stretching. You like you said, third down, you want a first down. You don't want to get caught and have to go into that fourth down and have to give up the ball. But let me share with your audience. And when you said this topic, it made me relive this situation, which, ever since 2000, I've been trying to put it behind me. But anyway, fourth and short of a Super Bowl is what I can talk about a little bit. In 2000, which that's when the Super Bowl 34 was played, but it was really the 1999 season. My son happened to be on the team with the Tennessee Titans and the Rams. They were the St. Louis Rams at that time. We had led the game. We were holding on and everything. And listen, right at about a minute before the game ended, this young man missed the ball. We were trying to get the ball so we could, win the game. And that's what it was. We were trying to get the ball to win the game. Our running back got to the finish line, got to 1 yard line. He tried to stretch, but he didn't stretch far enough. And guess what? We lost the game. So you have to remember that football is like life. For four quarters, we were trying to get the lead and we almost had it, but we were still short. But guess what we had to do? Pick up our faces, pick up all of our sadness, and walk away with our heads up and come back next year trying to get to that same place again. So you can't give up.
That's right.
Yes, you can't give up. But you mentioned earlier being successful in football is like being good in anything else. Deborah, tell us a little bit more about what you mean.
Yes, and I want to give a shout out here to Agnes, Joseph Levette, and Dan. Thank y'all for tuning in. Carol and I always have fun when we get on here. So we are definitely having fun today because we're talking about football.
Yeah.
But what I meant about that, whether it is football, being an engineer, a lawyer, physician, a welder, whatever, you will always do better if it is something that you want to do. It's your purpose or your dream. It's like if somebody is having say cleanup day at church and they say, okay, I need y'all to come up here, and everybody going like, what am I going to have to do? So if they give you assignments and they say, Carol, yeah, we need you to clean the baseboards. It's like, oh my goodness. But if they say, okay, we're going to let y'all volunteer. Carol, what would you like to do? Carol might like to, I don't know, clean the counters. And she said, I volunteer to clean the counters. Well, she's going to be whistling while she works because that's something that she likes to do.
Right.
So that's what happens in life. When that is your purpose, your drive, you have fun doing it, you want to do it, you want to do a good job. Nobody has to wake you up to get out there and do it. Nobody has to say, oh, you missed the spot, because you're going to be on it, because that is what makes you thrive. Nobody has to say, all right, Deborah, it's time. You got a live. What are you doing? No, because I'm already in here before time, ready to go, because I love doing this. Right. And so that happens whether you're in football or in life in general. Football players, yes, they get paid, but do you think somebody is actually going to let you beat up on their body like that just to get paid? They have to be getting some type of enjoyment out of it. So then what happens? Those players, they have to stay relevant. So when they have practice, they got to go to practice. If they change the rules and they have a different play, they got to keep on it till they get that play down, because they don't want to be third and inches and they need to do this play. And they like, no, you know, get out there. And then risky behaviors, just like in life, people do things that they shouldn't do. They do all those risky behaviors. In football, hey, you're not supposed to be using drugs, so that's why you have to take drug tests. I think Big Ben one year, he got in a motorcycle accident. Well, first of all, Big Ben wasn't supposed to be on a motorcycle, playing football, because you have a tendency to get hurt on things like that. So they have clauses. You're not supposed to be going bungee jumping and doing all crazy things. So you might get hurt. They paying you to stay healthy. So that's what you have to do. And so when you're on a job, I've been talking about self-development. You got to stay on top of things. Technology changes every day. I swear, with Facebook, I go on there one day, my page is here. I go the next week, I look, I get to my page a different way because I got two pages, the regular page and the business page, and it is changing it. So I gotta keep out there and figure it out. So you have to stay relevant. You can't be lackadaisical and whatever happens. I don't know. I got my contract. No, you can lose that contract. So you have to stay in there with it. And when that quarterback goes out there, he's looking for someone assigned to assist him. So he's looking for that center to be there with hands dry, ready to hike him that ball. He's ready for those tackles, those guards to be in place so he doesn't get sacked. And then he's gonna want a receiver or running back or somebody to be able to take that ball on down the field. So he needs assistance.
Yes.
He knows somebody's assigned to help him. You think he's just gonna stand there and try to do it by himself? I don't think so.
Not at all. Mm-mm.
No, so
not at all.
Yeah, so you have to be consistent with all of that stuff. I'm pretty sure there's days that they don't want to get up. They go to a different city. They don't want to pay attention to the curfew. They want to stay out, but you have rules, and those rules are for a reason. So you gotta follow the rules. You have to be consistent, have habits, good habits, because everybody you read about they disobeyed something, right? And Carol, I know you know all this, and you can tell this story better than I can because you have a son that is that played professional football. So tell us some more stuff that you can think about.
Well, thank you for letting me get that 2,000 off my chest in the very beginning. Can you tell I'm still a little bit bitter about that one?
Yeah.
So close, but not close enough for a win. But yes, Deborah, everything you said, life, football has so many relatable life experiences and things that it teaches us. Listen, I'll tell anybody that from Pop Warner up, every time you individually got to have some personal responsibility. My son always say, if you love it, he said, you will work at it. If you love it, you'll work at it. So that means if you're doing those jobs like you talk about, if like you said, if I got to clean account and I like doing that, I'm going to be over there singing my song because that's what I love to do. But when you talk about that football, it is so many things that we can learn from that simply because you got to go to practice. Yes, at the level of NFL, yes, you're getting paid. But even at college level, you may not. Now they said they're going to be able to pay them a little bit, which I'm happy for that. But even at the college level, you may not be getting a physical check, but you're getting the notoriety and you're getting opportunity for people, for the NFL coaches and people to be able to look at you. That's how they get drafted, because they've done some things that they need to do for the 3 or 4 years in college. And the same thing back in high school. You get colleges looking at you because you've been consistent. You've been at practice on time. You had good work habits. You also had a good reputation and integrity, and all those things play into our lives and into your life. But you got to think about the team. You talked about that quarterback. He's looking for all those people to be in place. And not one time is he going to go out there with one person missing and he's going to be able to do his job. So it's really all about teamwork. I think you learn how to show up and show up well. I think you learn how to be disciplined. You talk about self-discipline. You got to be on time. And if you are not on time in the NFL, you pay a fine, honey. You got to get that money back. But it's all there to help you become self-disciplined in areas that you may not be. And lastly, I just want to say how important it is that even if you don't like doing your job, don't be that naysayer going in and talking and keeping confusion going. You don't want to be that person. Like we always hear Coach say, if that's not what you want to do, go find something that you want to do so you can do it well. But lots of things, like you say, is relatable to football. It teaches you so many life lessons: discipline, teamwork, perseverance. You talked about goal setting, all of those. And even, let me go back to my initial, the win or the lose, we didn't win, we lost, but we still had to have some integrity. Being a loser, you got to know at that moment you lost the game, but you don't have to lose your life or lose what your purpose still is because you lost the game. Yeah, it's all in the internet, and it's still where you can go back and find it. But some of those young men have gone on to have very productive life and didn't allow that loss there, which was a big one. I need to work on me, right?
You're holding on to that thing.
I gotta let it go. Deborah, I got to let it go. I said, oh my God. But anyway, what a privilege to be able to get to that point. That's what I really tell myself. A privilege, whether we won or we lost. What a privilege to be able to get and have that opportunity for I didn't play, my son played, but for them to experience that. You would think I was out there playing, right?
Right.
But anyway, but yeah, so those are some things that I think that teaches you everyday life skills, teamwork, being on time, how to persevere, how to look at a win and a loss, and how you relate that to your success and failure, time management, and health and fitness. It all goes together. So many things that we can learn from that.
All right. Just like you were saying about, well, y'all lost, but hey, you got to be in the Super Bowl. I remember, I like to watch old movies. I got a gazillion DVDs, and so I'll go back and watch old movies. And I forget the name of it, but it's the movie with Ice Cube and Keke Palmer. And I think it's Long Shot, I think. Okay. But he was her uncle, and her dad was not around, and nobody liked her. And she was just, like an outcast. And her mom asked her uncle Ice Cube to spend some time with her, and he didn't know what to do with her. And he would say the wrong thing, and that would make it worse. But he found out she could throw a football.
Oh, yeah.
And she began playing. He got her on the boys' team, and of course they didn't want her on there, but she could play better than any of them. And she got him into this playoff game. And even though they didn't lose, she had her head hung down and everything. And they were saying, but you did a good job. We're so proud of you. You look how far you brought the team. And then when they got back to their town, the whole town was there to cheer them on because they made it to that championship. Yes, that was actually based on a true story. So, hey, you make it to the Super Bowl. Hey, that is awesome.
And I saw that movie too, Deborah, and it was really a great movie. And another thing, it teaches us how to deal with adversities in life, how you have to how to make a comeback, all of those things, how to structure your life, and putting. And here's one my son sent: putting others sometime first. You got to be a team player, and you can't. You can't, even the quarterback know he's going to get all this attention, but he knows it's those surrounding people that has helped him. And I think one year when the Cowboys won, I think Emmitt Smith bought all the rest of the offensive team something because they were the supporting act for he and Troy. So it is so important that you understand that it's not all about you out there when you're playing, but it is about you when it's your position that you are playing, your position that you have to take full responsibility for, is your position, whether you're getting paid or not. You have to have that level of pride to know that I'm accountable to make sure I'm doing everything I need to do to make this team work better, or for my part that I need to play.
Yes.
So, but yeah, this is a good one, Deborah. So, anything else you want to share with us? Is there anything else you would like to tell us or everyone about being intentional in accomplishing your goals? Because you always talk about goal setting, Miss Deborah.
Well, some of the other aspects, in life and in football, you have so many people that'll start something, I'm starting a diet. I'm starting to exercise. I'm going to start learning another language. and then abruptly they just stop, you know. And you sometimes, well, most times, a lot of the times, it's you just stop. You don't do it enough with enough consistency and intentionality to make it a habit. So it's not something that, hey, you think about when you get up, and it's like that night, and it's like, oh well, I said I was gonna do that, but I forgot about it. It's okay. So you just give up, and that's how a lot of football players, even though they may not give up, because again, that's their livelihood. But if they don't follow those rules sometimes, or someone else comes, every year they have that draft. So it may be somebody that they say, hey, well, I want that player. They're better than my quarterback. So I'm going to bring somebody else in. They can drop you. They can trade you. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do as far as risky behaviors, they don't have to renew your contract. If your contract runs out, okay, that's it. But what I want to say is that doesn't necessarily have to be the end of the story, because they may trade you, and that may be the best thing that they could have done for you. And so that's how it is in life. You try to do something, and you say, the doctor says if I don't lose 50 pounds, I'm going to have to go on medication. It's going to cause other things to go on in my life. Hey, boo. Love you too. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I lost my train of thought. They will give up on things. You say, oh, the doctor said, if you don't do these things, then you're going to have to either be on medication, or you might start having other problems. It's going to cause something. And so you just, you might be doing good, and then something happens. Somebody invites you over and they ask you, do you want this and that? And you do it. And then it's like, oh, well, I just will give up. No, don't think about it like that. A lot of times you got to stop and think. Just don't do it. So you're doing such a good job. See, so you slip. So what? Get back up. Hey, I made a mistake. I had a piece of cake. I shouldn't have had that piece of cake. But tomorrow is coming. I can do better. So I had a piece of cake. So instead of eating my 1,500 calories, I only eat 12 calories tomorrow. I eat extra fruit instead of eating that piece of bread or something. But you can get up and you can start over. You don't walk for 3 days. Well, I messed up for 3 days, so I just will stop. No, start again. Don't just give up. And I don't understand. Like, we see a lot of our players. They do some of the craziest things we see in the news. You had a curfew. Why was you hanging out? You don't care about having to pay that money, those fines. You rather just have fun. And then you get out there the next day, you're tired, you're hungover, and you don't play well. But you're not impacting just you. You're impacting your team, your coaches, the owners, the fans that came to see you play. And that's what happens in life. A lot of times you're not only impacting yourself, you are impacting your family,
exactly,
your co-workers. It's just amazing, those things you can do. So you have to be disciplined enough, be optimistic, be in control of what you're doing, care about your actions, have a life purpose to say, hey, let me slap myself and get back up and do the right thing. It's going to help us in the long run.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what we have to do.
But Deborah, you were saying, I wrote that down, that even, even the best player with all of the great skills, the team really, really need his talent. But if they continuously become a problem off the field, as well as on the field, and like you said, you done been out all night, so you can't play your position well because you're not in that right frame of mind. And I'm not saying that they will do this right away. I think they try to have a little bit of leeway with you and let you try to prove yourself. But even the best players, if they continue to be off, be problems off the field, causing a lot of things for people to have to look at the team in regards to your behavior, they might get traded. They might get traded, and you made something else. They have the draft every year, and that's when they start looking. This is what I'll tell anyone. And football playing is not forever. You got to have a life after that, and no matter how good you are today, trust me, every year there's a draft. They looking for somebody that's going to help that team, and you might be really good, but it may not be. You're not fitting in that particular scheme. They get new coaches with different schemes and different packages. So they're looking for the people that can fit in. But if you add more problems to the team, then you are not going to be. And like you said, you can mess up, but you know what? You have to, don't give up. You might have been you might have been bad the first year, but if gotten yourself together and you see the error of your ways and you want to change, then that's what you have to do. It's just like you were talking about, your health is bad, you overeat, we mess up and we eat the wrong thing. We don't want to give up and just say, I can't do it, or I don't want to do it. You want, the scripture Proverbs 24:16 says, for the righteous man or the righteous or a godly man can fall down 7 times, but you want to get up. Yes. You may fall 7 times, but there is the 8th time, the 8th day, you can get up and start all over again. Right. As long as we have breath in our body, we have an opportunity to make, Coach says this all the time, make this day the best day of our lives. So we want to learn from those things and make sure that we're not saying that we want to give up. Because just think, if every football team who was a losing team, all of the players decided they were just going to give up and not play anymore, nobody will be getting a paycheck. Not at all. Nobody will be getting a paycheck.
Mm-hmm. Not at all.
It's so too much. That's entirely too much.
Yeah, and some of them make mistakes now that they cannot recover from. That's just like I always talk about, your credibility. You can lose it just like that. Well, it takes blood, sweat, tears, and years to get it. We look at, and I was trying to think of his name today. I should have Googled him. I don't know why I cannot think of his name. I want to say he played for Atlanta.
Not the Ware kid, huh? Is it Ware? Was that his name?
No, not him. The one that got in trouble for the dog fighting.
Oh, who was him? Who was he?
Somebody out there. What's his name?
Yeah. I remember.
Good player, very great player.
What's his name?
Nobody's put it in the chat yet. And good evening. I see Alvita and Peggy. Thank y'all for tuning in out there. What is his name?
Football player. I'm trying to look it up. Football player.
But he was a good player. He was doing what he needed to do on the team. But you always have to surround Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. Joseph got it for us. And Christopher.
Yeah, thank you, Michael Vick.
Thank you. Yeah, Michael Vick.
But he was a great player, and that didn't have anything really to do with the football. But when they give you rules and they expect you to have good integrity and good ethics, that's what they mean. Right. And you go against that, then you go down. So like when he did his time and all of that and wanted to come back, nobody wanted to give him a chance.
Right.
So you have to be very careful whether you playing football, whether you're in an office, you're an astronaut, an engineer, your integrity. I loved it so much when they interviewed Jerome Bettis that used to play for the Steelers. Yes. And he said when his dad took him to school, he told him, hey, Bettis, that's our name. Don't go mess that up. That's our name. Exactly. So some of them, they get this money and they just wow out. I mean, it's just like anything they think they might want to do, that's what they're doing. They forget their name, their integrity, what they're there to do is to, yes, you can have fun. You got some money now, but don't spend it all in one place.
Exactly.
Save it, invest it, and keep your integrity.
Got
You know, so
Now,
that's what I want my young men to do.
look what Christopher put in the chat. Henry Ruggs. Oh my goodness. And you talk about that all the time, Deborah, how important it is that we you know, don't let anybody talk you into doing anything. Do you see his comment?
Yes.
Chris?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. One of our players, Henry Ruggs, recently got a DUI and a woman died. Now he's facing 2 to 50 years. So, yeah, you know, you make a mistake. So, first of all, you shouldn't have been driving and drinking.
Exactly.
You know, so you wouldn't even you put yourself in that situation. And people make mistakes, but come on now, that's your name. That's your name.
That's right. That is so true.
And that's the right one that's responding, because he know I tell him, now look at here.
Oh, Christopher is okay. Right one. Yes, him.
And this was you're not supposed to do.
And
so,
what about the one that's in Houston? Christopher may know him. That's where, and he got traded from Houston because he got all these women with these lawsuits coming against him. What was his name? I was trying to something where I believe. But like you said, your integrity, your name will go on after you're a football player, after you've been an engineer, after you've been a teacher. Your name is going to go, that your name is going to be your name forever. And so he said Deshaun Watson. I was off with all of them. But Deshaun Watson, his name, you know, and he's having to pay just many. We don't know if it's true or not. Some of them came through and said that the women weren't telling the truth. But like you said, these many people coming forward saying something, I don't know, you know. But we
don't put yourself in that situation, and then you won't have to justify whether you did it or not.
Carry yourself well, like you say, Miss Betty. I'll call her his mom, Mama Betty, we call her that. But anyway, you have to know your name. Your name is very important. And so, Deborah, you say that in your book all the time. It takes so many years to build up a great reputation, but you can ruin it in seconds or minutes. And that is so true, that you have to be careful about your name, but also you got to be careful of the places you go if you don't want to be associated and connected with those kind of people, and the company you keep too.
That's right. And Christopher said it the right way. Even if he's innocent, it's hard to escape the court of public opinion.
That is so true. Absolutely. The court of, I love that, the court of public opinion, because they're the ones that's keeping it going. You're right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but
absolutely.
Yeah, thank you, Christopher and Joseph Levette, for getting those names for us.
Yes, I was like, okay, I know
but might not remember all those names.
I know it. I know it's some with a W, but I couldn't remember the first name. But yes, Deshaun Watson.
That's right.
And like, you know, like we say, there's so many other. Look at the actors, not just one race of them. Many of them are in court for behavior and things that the public opinion, as Christopher said, that public opinion, the court of the public opinion, is keeping it filtered and going. And you know, great names up until now, and now all of a sudden their names are ruined. So yes, absolutely. Good conversation tonight.
Yes.
Exactly. So Deborah, I don't even know if we will ever exhaust all of the things that we know. Just sports in general, football, basketball, all of them have the same elements: that team player, discipline, you know, perseverance, goal setting, how are you going to handle the wins and the losses in life, time management, health and fitness. All of those, regardless. I think about those soccer players out there with, you know, they got to be fit the way they run up and down the field, and even the football players, but they are just constantly running. So you have to have a healthy lifestyle. You have to learn, you know, how to make sure you're you're adding your health into your everyday life. You got to take that serious, because you don't want to get to be, you're 17 now, and then you turn around and at age 30 or something, you've got to change because you haven't stayed healthy. And I know we have a generation who loves to sit and do the games and stay on their phones and don't have a lot of activity. But I don't even know that they still, I guess they still have PE in school. I would think they would, but even that has gone from being physical to a lot of some theory kind of learning and things of that nature. But our health, your health is so important, because without this body, then that's when we're gonna have to give up, because we won't have that life anymore. So yeah. But anyway.
And not to beat a dead horse to death, but I feel really, really bad. But this is why I say I believe it is better to train early rather than to try to fix later. The young lady grinder that's stuck in Russia,
Yes.
because whether she did it or not now, but let's just say she did. Why would you take that over there? I'm pretty sure they got some over there. You could have got it from over there. You just had to have some. But now it's like we got to try to get you from that country at this time, while they already in war, and you're stuck over there. I just feel so sorry for her. But and people, we all make mistakes. But that's why, I'm here, and I'm being consistent, bringing in people that have that are experts in different fields, that's been there, done that can assist our young people in how they should live life. You shouldn't just have to live it by bumping into the wall. If you blind and you just constantly go the same way and you just keep bumping into that wall, it's like, wait a minute, now I might be blind, but why I got to keep hitting this wall? Let my hands, let me use my hands. Or somebody telling you, hey, there's a wall there. So somebody else has been there. Listen to them. Tune in to these type of broadcasts to learn, to help. I'm here to assist you. Everybody has someone assigned to assist. And I have a team of people that are willing to assist. So you got to come in and get this information. Y'all got to share. But young people have got to get it, because I know you're out there. I know you are inspired. You're intelligent. You can do wonderful things. You have purpose in your life. And I'm seeing it each and every day. I was trying to showcase graduates, had a high school graduate, give me their information, let me put it up. I want to showcase them. Couldn't even get a month of that type of information. But I know that we have individuals out there that are trying to do the right thing. People are helping them. So that's what we want. And, this is why we are doing this.
And I applaud you, Deborah, because your passion for this, and you are absolutely right. You got a passion, and it is all of our responsibility, in a sense, to try to help as many of our young people as we can. It may be one that you can reach that I can't reach, but if we all put our sources and resources together, we can begin to help and make them significant, be able to look out and see which one we've been called to. Because even on our watch now, we don't want to be held accountable for dropping the ball on things that we had an opportunity to assist some young people. And for those who are listening and watching, it may be that you are sharing Deborah's videos with other people. Put them out there, because what she's saying is great information with a passion and a heart to help our young men and young women. And so we're listening, but we don't want to listen and hold all this information for ourselves. Somebody's assigned to help you. And I think that if we're listening, we're assigned to help you, Deborah.
Thank you.
Get the information out. Yes. And talk about it, about what you're doing, and click like and share, because it certainly comes on to remind me that you're on, and you're doing a great job with that.
Thank you. And I know you had asked me about intentionality, and I just went on a rampage, but you know, but anyone that loves football, you can't help but get excited. You know, we talk about this 3rd and inches now, but you can't help but get excited when you've gotten down there almost to the goal line. You only got 4 inches. I know it could be 6 inches, 2 inches, but I'm gonna say you got 4 inches to get that touchdown. The team has practiced. They got their special play just for this. They can do it in their sleep. So they're excited. The coach is over there holding his breath. The quarterback is hoping, hey, everybody got this. Told you to play. The fans are all excited. They're standing on their feet. You know, we got to get this. The quarterback is like the opponent's fans. They just making all kinds of noise, but he is not going to let that deter him. Bump that noise. We got to do this. So he is focused. You know, you got to stay focused. So, you know, the adrenaline is going. They got this. They're going to do it. So that center goes back. He hikes that ball. The quarterback goes back and he shifts back and he does his body like he's going to throw it over to the right. The defense starts that way and he diagonals and go right on across that line. Boy, what can I say? Touchdown. When you get that touchdown, it's something you've been working for. You are just super excited, and I know. And I'm very, very loud when I'm at football game. They're looking at me like, "Can she sit down?" But that's what we do in life. Whether it's football, like I said, you work at an office, you're a welder, you're in the military. Always do your best. Be self-disciplined. Know your life's purpose, because when you know that purpose, you're going to have fun doing what you do. So you need to make sure that you grow. You don't want to stay stagnant. And like I said, with technology, I know it's just changing every day, but there are other things, and you have to make sure that you're staying relevant and you want to be the best at your game. I don't care what it is you're doing. Firemen, policemen, FBI, whomever you want, you know, we see the situations that we had in these at the grocery store up north, and then at this school in Texas, and then they showed this video, you know, the man getting hand sanitizer and all this kind of foolishness while this man is in there killing people's kids. You gotta stay on top of it. You know, get trained. And whatever you do, you want to be the best. You never want anybody to say, well, that company failed, that team failed, your family failed because of something you didn't do when you had the opportunity to be the best. Exactly. I'm finished preaching. You go ahead, Carol.
Oh, girl, you listen. I'm gonna take up the collection for that one, because that is so good. Because just like as you were saying that, Deborah, you were talking about how that when that adrenaline is flowing and you're doing your part, and you're at that point where you want the referee to do that and say touchdown, right? But you know what? Yes. When we lost the game, the boy was stretching to try to get across there. So to me, you gotta stretch. You say you gotta train. You gotta keep learning. You know. Sometimes it may be you are in a very uncomfortable situation, but if that's what your purpose is, that's what your goal is, that's what you're reaching and stretching for, you got to stretch. Yes. And even in stretching, you may not get that, you may not get what you want, but you stretched yourself to get there. And you want to make sure that in the end, you know, you are doing the things that's going to make you more successful. Life after football is about you. Still now you're going to have to stretch to become that person that people are not cheering for you anymore. But guess what? You better be cheering for yourself. Cheer for yourself, stretch for yourself, keep having that perseverance, keep training, keep learning, because all of those are helping you build up who you are and who you're becoming. That's my spiel.
All right. Well, thank you, Tony and Joseph Levetti. They said, good stuff, ladies.
Yeah,
We
thank
appreciate
you.
it. We love this
Absolutely.
stuff.
We
And Miss
love our
Carol,
conversation.
yeah, Miss Carol is an educator as well as a football mom. So, hey. And
We're in our zone tonight.
hey. And I feel like I played football. I know with Christopher when he was running those touchdowns because he played offense and defense. And Mama was running down the sideline too.
Yeah. I know. And this is my thing. When Joe would go down, I'd be on that. They'd be like, Miss Bowden. I was Miss Bowden. Miss Bowden, you got to stay off the field. We got him. I don't know. I still got to go see what Mama can do. But Mama can do nothing. But you still want to be over there looking so he can see your face. Say, I'm checking it out.
That's right.
But yeah, it is so many things that. And he said, I missed the beginning. What is your son's name? Oh, Joe Bowden, Bowden. I don't even know if I said that. Yeah, but Joe. Anyway, but he's a coach now. He hung his cleats and now he's coaching young men. So anyway, there is life after football as well, you know.
Yes.
So
yeah. Well, thank you so much, Carol. I need you to can you go ahead and let everybody know what you love to do? So
as you can tell, I love to talk, right? I love chatting with Deborah. She makes me talk a lot, but anyway, I am you can reach me on Facebook with the Power of Words with Carol Crockett. I am always excited to host with Miss Deborah here on Conversation with Ricardo Miller on our Monday nights. And I'm the third Monday night, and Deborah, you're the fourth. So you can find me on YouTube at, on Conversation with Coach Ricardo Miller. And I think that airs for me at 7:00 here. I am also involved in my church. I teach there on Monday nights, Bible study. And I'm still working on a project that I'm excited about. So a project in the making. And like I said, and then, of course, Deborah, I'll get a chance to meet with you every third quarter when we do what? Chucks and Earls and Pearls.
Chucks for Pearls and Earls. Yep.
Chucks, Earls, and Pearls. So trying to stay busy. And of course, I love mentoring and chatting with young women as well, trying to share with them some of the things that I'm trying to be the one that I'm assigned to help them, but they've been assigned to help me as well. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. You got a question up there?
Oh, what's the question? I believe he was a linebacker in the late. He was the linebacker. Yes, he was. 92. He went in the league in 92. So he got drafted to the Houston Oilers, played there 8 years, and came to Dallas his last year and got an injury. So linebacker. Yeah. Middle and weak side linebacker. Had to think about that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All righty.
Yes, and I appreciate you all again tuning. What did I just do? Tuning in, and please visit my website at www.buildyourbestlife.org. That's www.buildyourbestlife.org. Check out my blog that comes out each Monday. You can look at my calendar of events. We do have the Educational Symposium. That will be August 1st through August 4th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have a different speaker each night, and Miss Carol will be speaking on August the 4th. But you'll be getting more information about that. I'm excited about that. So this Saturday, the 16th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be talking about good vibes. Good vibes. I'm talking about being optimistic. So please tune in then. But on my website, you can see my calendar of events as well as the services that I offer, which is speaking, webinar speaking, coaching, and consultation. And you can get an autographed copy of my book, Build Your Best Life. It's your autographed copy. I do have those in stock. If you like the Kindle version, it's Amazon.com. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Thank you for the comments. Dan Smith said, "Good jobs, ladies." He enjoyed it. And then
Thank you.
we have, who is this? Peter North.
Good looking. You got a hacker. Good looking hunky Deb ladies. Hi, Peter North here. Old adult film star. Awesome content tonight. Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you. All right, so I will look forward to seeing you all on Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But as always, remember, as you travel on your life to be a better you, there will be rough terrain, distractions, detours. Don't let any of those negative aspects of your journey stop you. Although they may slow you down, keep going. Dust yourself off, get up, get on your way to be a better you so that you can build your best life. And remember, building your best life is our business. That is not a slogan. It's our commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Stay safe. And I'll see you Saturday. Good night, Carol.
Good night, Deborah. Always enjoy our time together.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.